Hello, guys. I'm here to take you through the talking points for match day one of the UEFA Champions League. It was a Champions League with a lot of goals, 67 goals to be precise, and that's one of the highest in a single match day since the competition has begun. So I will start with my first talking point, which is Marcus Rashford back to his best? We all know that Marcus Rashford can be a very talented player. He can be world class on his days. The only issue is such days are usually limited. Against Newcastle, he was absolutely brilliant. A firm header and a fantastic outside of the box shot. And I was delighted to see him happy, despite all he has gone through at United. So it was a wonderful performance. Again, I know you can't get into the team. Lamin Yamal and Rafinha is always ahead of him of the pecking order, but it was nice to see him stand out when Lamin Yamal was not on the field. My second talking point, Arsenal. It looks like Arsenal has the squad, the talent, and the depth to finally win this Champions League. Of course, they won that match from the bench. Yes, Martinelli. They won it from the bench, and Arsenal is 6 games undefeated against Spanish opposition. Yeah. So can this be their time? And let's be frank, we have the likes of Barca, Inter Milan, and PSG, who were semi-finalists last season alongside Arsenal. And out of those four, who has improved their squad massively? It is Arsenal. Barca, maybe Rashford, but Rashford is it really an improvement? We don't know. Inter Milan, they lost their coach, and the squad is nosediving. But PSG, they sold one of the best keepers in the Champions League, and they brought in Chevalier. We are still yet to see if that would have an impact on how it goes with them. But for Ateta, man management is going to be very crucial at this moment because Ateta we've always known as always talked about chemistry and cohesion. How is he going to make all these boys happy? Eze, Odegaard, Saka, Madueke. He has so much talent. In fact, looking at it, they have 2 players for each position. In fact, some positions they have more than 2 players. How will he keep them happy? That is a question I would like to see later on. And for me, the best underdog performance of the match day is Quarabag against Benfica. Wow, what a team! What a match! They showed resilience, they showed character, they showed discipline. They could have let their heads fall, 2 goals down in 40 minutes. They fought back, and it was a fantastic comeback, a fantastic win. I am so happy. Matches like that is why we love the Champions League, and it's why we say it's one of the biggest competitions in world football. Good luck to Chelsea, good luck to Ajax, good luck to Frankfurt. They are going to Baku in Azerbaijan to face Karabakh. It's going to be an interesting one at that. My best individual performance on this match day has to be Marcos Llorente. Wow, what a player. What 2 goals from right back position. And to be fair, it's only unfortunate that Atletico couldn't come out of that game with a draw. That was the least they deserved. They lost to Van Dijk's um, stoppage time header. Wow, that was heartbreaking for Atletico and their coach. But Marcos Llorente, what a performance! What a performance! I love his performance. He has scored 7 goals in his career, 4 of it coming at Anfield. Just tell you that maybe he should just sign for Liverpool. But what a performance from them! Of course, there are other mentions. We could have also mentioned Vlahovic. In fact, I wonder why teams were rushing on Shesko and Gyökeres when we had Vlahovic. Vlahovic just put in a wonderful performance. We also had the wonder kid in Juventus. That is this guy, Kenan Yildiz. Wow, what a goal! It reminds me of a certain Alessandro Del Piero. The way he controls the ball, the way he's poised on the field, his grace of the pitch. Wonderful goal from him. If I will mention anybody, I have to mention Gravenberch. Wow, what a performance in midfield. This Liverpool performance was not anything like the Premier League we've been seeing, where they've been so lucky to win points. Their first half was total dominance, absolute football from Liverpool. And who was at the heart of it all? Gravenberch. What a performance! The guy is just going in leaps and bounds. And Mbappe. Just like very many times this season, Mbappe came up trumps again for Real Madrid. What a performance from him as well. But my man of the day has to go to Marcus Llorente. And finally, Real Madrid, what is happening to your right backs?